Hey everybody, Tynan from Staunch Crab here, and I'm just going to run through a couple techniques for setting up a bottom bashing rig. We've come out of the blue water here off Darwin. We're in 50 metres of water chasing big red things, one of my favourite things to do. And I'm just going to show you my rig that I use in the blue water. Now I use a paternoster rig. I'm sure you've all heard of a paternoster. I'll show you how I do mine. Straight up, I'm using 80-pound Schneider leader. It's nice and tough out here in the blue water. And I'm going to double my line up, and this is for our sinker. We just want enough there to loop through a snapper lead. Now I'm just looping that around my finger like so, around, back through the hole. That's basically a figure of 8 knot. Trim this tag down, because I hate tags. And now, this is what we call the dropper. Now this is for your hook to go through. So, what we do, loop the line over, pull it up with our mouth. Sorry if you can't hear me properly, because I've got line in my mouth. And we spin these two lines together here. Keep a nice open hole there, because I'm going to put the dropper back through the hole. Now it always heaps of spit. If you don't put spit on there to lubricate it when you pull mono tight, it gets hot and that will be a weak spot. A good way to test if you've got enough spit is shock load it. If you haven't put enough spit on there and you shock load it, it will break really easy. So that's a great way to test it. Give yourself enough here, trim that one off. That there is our paternoster rig. Alright, so when I'm out blue water fishing, I like to have a little leader there. So it's just an FG knot there with about 1 metre a leader. The reason for that is when you get your fish to the side of the boat, it's a lot nicer to hand wrap some leader than it is straight to braid. So we've got that just to a swivel, and now I'm just tying a uni knot here onto the swivel, and that is our paternoster rig onto our main line. Always heaps of spit. Trim that tag down. Okay. Now, hook and sinker. We'll go sinker first. Sinker. Thank you, assistant. All this is a snapper lead. Pretty basic. We're going to loop it through there. And now this is our dropper where our hook goes. Now this is one point that I've noticed some people don't do. When you've got an offset hook, it is so important to go through the front of the hook. I'm going to show you why. So if we go through the back of the hook here, especially this is a circle hook. So if we go through the back of the hook and we put it on there with an offset, you'll see when this pulls tight, the hook sits on a ridiculously silly angle. It doesn't close the circle, which works for you when you hook a fish. The way a circle hook works is as it rolls into the corner of the mouth. When you pull that tight, it's actually going to try and pull it the other way. For those times when you don't get a really good hook up, you want everything to go your way. So putting it through the front of the hook is a great way to, with a circle hook for example, it closes the circle and makes everything work in your favour. So you can see with this one, it sits a lot nicer and it's actually closing it. So when it rolls in, it's working to move into the corner of the fish's mouth. Good little tip, that one, don't forget front of the hook. So next time you go out, try the paternoster with a circle hook. Now I'm going to sit here and hopefully I've got a big fish coming on. Let's see you next time.